Can somebody get it real quick before we pop up live, if you don't mind?
You good?
You know the rules, you gotta have cups.
Yeah.
All that other stuff. I saw him. Just a second. I'm gonna get her some water. She asked for water. I'm gonna get it to her real quick because the cups just walked in.
Just a second. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. Now we're good to go. They got their water, we're good to go.
All right, when you see the slide drop, you'll be good to go.
You bet. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pete Maravich Assembly Center here on the campus of LSU and the Baton Rouge Regional for the Women's NCAA Tournament. It's great to have you with us as we start this big weekend here in Baton Rouge. My name is Victor Howell. It's a pleasure to have you. If you are joining us via Zoom, I invite you to please raise your hand if you have a question as we get ready to talk to some of the ladies from Florida State University. To my immediate left is Tanaya Latson, and to my far left is Makayla Timpson. Ladies, welcome. Welcome to Baton Rouge. Congratulations on your season. Congratulations on making it here. Makayla, since you're a senior, I'm going to break the ice here and start with you a little bit. Tell us about a little bit about the journey, a recap of the road to get Florida State here to the regional.
I would say, we had a pretty great season. We won a lot of good games, but, we did way better than we did last year, and that was our biggest goal for us to come into this tournament, to be a 6 seed. But, we just got to keep going, and I'm just grateful to be here and excited.
Tonight you have 8 teams in your conference that made the tournament. I'm curious, playing that type of competition in the ACC, what did that do to help prepare you, do you think, to get ready for what you're about to face in tournament time?
Of course, I believe that we play in one of the best conferences in the country. The ACC, it's a dogfight any game. So it's just a testament to how good our conference is, and, it's going to help us during this March Madness run.
We are broadcasting this live streaming, so I'll ask you to please raise your hand. We do have a wireless mic. We'll bring it to you. If you would please introduce yourself and address which player you would like to ask a question to. Anybody have a question? If not, we'll keep chatting. I'm going to open up. There you go.
Kyle Tannenbaum, you say today. Tanaya, George Mason will likely focus on you, a lot of their defense. How do you plan on preparing for double teams or other measures they are going to throw your way?
Yeah, I've been facing double teams all year, so that's not nothing new to me. I've seen this defense before, and, getting my teammates involved is really important. I feel like if we share the ball and we play the right way and we play our system, the game is ours. But we have to do the little things like defense, rebound. That's been a really big thing for us over the last couple weeks. So, just doing all the little things will help us win this game.
Anybody else with questions right now? We'll keep talking for a minute. Tonight, let me ask you this question about your teammate Makayla sitting to the next left, to the left of you, and I want to talk about defense. Since she's the only one in the Power Four with 3 games of 7 or more blocks, what does that do defensively for you all when you know that she's got your back?
It gives us a break. She helps us out a lot. Usually when we get beat, we just send her to the wolf. So, and that's KK. KK, she times every block perfectly. And, she gives us energy on both ends of the floor. So we're just grateful to have her down there offensively and defensively.
Makayla, you all had streaks this season of 7 wins and then streaks of 6 wins, 2 different nice long winning streaks of the season. What were the consistencies of those winning streaks that you hope to carry over when the tournament starts?
I would say, we go on those winning streaks when we have like 2 losses. So right now we coming off of 2 losses. So, we trying to get all the wins that we can. So I feel like that streak will come back during this time, and I'm just ready for it.
Trying to set the scene. 2 losses, set the stage. Said, hey, you only need 6 to get the title, right? So if you're setting the stage, maybe you're laying it out there. This is the 12th straight tournament for your program. It's one of the longer active streaks. Both of you all are upperclassmen, so maybe tonight you answer this first, and then Makayla, if you would. Okay. But what that experience means, since you all have been here, done that before, it's certainly a different time of year, different level of play. So how will that experience tournament experience help you all?
It helped us a lot. I feel like we have a lot of vets on this team. We don't have any freshmen, so I mean, I feel like everybody understands the game. And you know, we've been here before, like you said, and it's just a matter of us actually doing some damage in the March Madness tournament. So that's one of our goals, and I feel like we'll achieve it, especially with this team.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Like, we got great experienced people on our team. We know, we've been here before, but we want to reach past that first round. And I mean, we hungry for it, so we excited, and we're gonna go in tomorrow and win the game.
How important is it for a quick start? Because everybody talks about tournament play as a different level. The atmosphere, right? The crowds, everybody knowing that the next loss is the last loss. So how important would a quick start mean for you?
A quick start means a lot for us. We know we want to get out there and run. You know, I feel like George Mason hasn't seen a team like us, and we haven't seen a team like them. So it's different for both teams. Defense is really the key, and I feel like that's what matters in tournaments like this. You know, shots don't always fall, so we have to rely on our defense.
Makayla, do you like that? The fact that you're facing an opponent you don't usually see, so everything's brand new?
Oh yeah, it's always exciting to play new people instead of playing the same people in our conference.
We don't have anybody online. Is there anybody here in person that has a question? Raise your hand. We'll get the mic to you. If not,
For either one of you, is there a mantra or motto that you guys are taking into this tournament?
I would say one is our motto. We've been doing it ever since the summer practices. So one just means something different for each player. So it can mean like one rebound or like one love, one system, one heart, anything associated to how they feel about it. But that's what we've been going for all this time during each game.
Yeah, one is our motto of the season, and so we've been sticking with that. It's on our practice jerseys, it's on our walls, everything. I mean, we say it when we huddle, and that just means like coming together as a team, whether, like she said, it's a rebound, one love, one anything. It means that we're together.
Reed Darcy here with the Advocate in Baton Rouge. I wanted to ask you all, you're one of the best offensive teams in the country, so what has allowed you to play that level of offense, and how do you think it can help you get through this region?
I would say, playing fast and playing free. We got the scorers leading the nation scorers right here. So, I mean, we just great, and we just play for each other, and we just get a lot of possessions, and we just make sure we score on every possession that we can.
Yeah. Coach Bill, he has a system where we play fast and we play hard and we attack them. I feel like that plays hand in hand into how I play, how my team plays, and we all have the green light to be ourselves, and I feel like that's what makes our team so special.
I'll ask you a quick follow-up on that offensively, because the team that's hosting here has been known to have a big three. You have a big three. That's the leading big three in the country. Have you all focused on how important it is for others to step up and support, and what that would mean in the tournament?
Yeah, it would mean a lot. So we had a couple of players, they stepped up in our season maybe like a month ago, when Tanaya and O was out. So we know what our teammates are capable of doing, but we just have to be consistent with it.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, she just said you were out. Injury, and are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm ready to play.
Okay, good. Good. Anybody else? If not, last go round. Ladies, thank you very much. Again, congratulations. We wish you the best of luck in your first game tomorrow, and let you all go ready for practice.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We thank you all for joining us for Florida State's players. In about 10 minutes, we'll be back with the head coach for Florida State right here in Baton Rouge. Until then, have a good morning, everybody. if you need it. Florida State's locker room is open till 11:15. Coach is due here at 11:05, and it is 10:58. So if anybody needs the locker room, it's open now. Coach is due here in about 7 minutes. Yes, sir. We're ready. Good morning once again. Welcome back to Baton Rouge as we continue talking with the Florida State Seminoles. My pleasure to welcome head coach Brooke Wyckoff here with us. 23-8 on the season. Florida State, the number 6 seed. They will face number 11, George Mason, at 6:45 p.m. Central Time tomorrow night here at the Maravich Assembly Center. Coach, welcome to Baton Rouge.
Thank you.
First and foremost, congratulations. Let me start by asking you what I just asked some of your players that were here. 23-8 on the season. You had a nice 7-game win streak early in the season, another nice 6-game win streak. Your players, for what it's worth, said they play best after 2 losses, and you're off 2 losses, so they're ready to make a run. But would you share with us a little bit about the path of getting here to Baton Rouge?
Yeah, it's great to be here in Baton Rouge and part of another NCAA tournament. Yes, we had a very successful season, but highlighted as any season is with some highs and lows. And so that's what I've said about this team all season is that they respond well. They really do. And they never quit. And so whether that's during a game or after two-game loss, losing streak, we respond. And so we're at this point and we're ready to make a great run. And we've got some very experienced vets on our team, two of which you guys just talked to, who know what it feels like to be in this position and are really just motivated to make a run.
And how much do you lean on them? Because we all know tournament time, even conference tournament, is not the NCAA. This is a completely different ball game, new atmosphere. So how much does that experience that they've been here before help you get the words to other people of what you're about to experience?
Yeah, I think experience counts for so much. Obviously, you want talent and you ability, but experience having been there. And so Tanaya, Makayla Timpson, and Omaria Gordon, our core 3, have been here. Have done this, and Makayla and Omaria have played here in the NCAA tournament their freshman year, and so having that experience, knowing what to expect, and being ready to take the next step, I think is huge, and I know that that's their mindset.
For those with questions here in person, please raise your hand, introduce yourself to Coach, and feel free to ask your question. If you're joining us via Zoom, we ask you to hit the hand raise button, and we will come to you. With that, ask questions for Coach, please.
Kyle Tannenbaum, USA Today. Congrats on a good season. Makayla and Tanaya mentioned the mantra 1 earlier in the press conference on jerseys and the walls. Where did that start, and what does that mean moving into tournament play where one game really matters most?
Yeah. The players actually came up with that. They talked amongst themselves. Coaches weren't involved, and they were just tasked with figuring out what is the word that embodies what they want to be and what they want to do this season. And they came up with that. And 1, as they explained it to me, 1 means so much. It's a simple word, and it just means 1. But for example, what you just said, 1 game. I mean, we have 1 opportunity right now, and to take advantage of, and so 1 team, 1 moment, 1 practice. We've said that a lot. We have 1 practice. Let's do it. Let's have a great practice. So they came up with that. I love it, and it's been our theme all year. And really, I think what it means most to them is the togetherness. 1 team.
Anybody on the floor right now? Right over here to my right.
Scott Rappelate with the Baton Rouge Advocate. Brooke, obviously, anyone who has seen a basketball game would say you have to try to stop Latson, and I'm sure it's been difficult for people to do this year. But at the same time, it's the NCAA tournament. You're going to face a heightened level of competition. What do you expect, and not to give away your game plan, of course, but how do you expect to counter that?
Yeah. Well, one of the things that Tanaya does so well and is really, really hard to guard is she plays with amazing pace. And so that comes with our team getting stops on the defensive end. And that's really what our focus has been. In March, you have to play defense. You have to finish with a rebound, even more than, you can't count on making shots. You don't know, any given night if those will fall, and hopefully they will for us. But we have to get stops. And when we do get stops, that gives us an opportunity to get the ball into the hands of our fast guards like Tanaya. And it's really, really hard to have a game plan when she's going downhill at the speed she's able to go downhill. So that's first and foremost what we always have tried to do all season. But Tanaya has seen every imaginable coverage. She's an experienced player, and she knows that she knows what to expect. And so she's ready to attack with her pace and ability.
She was asked about that, and she
Yeah.
kind of laughed it off. Said, "I faced
Yeah.
double teams
Yep.
all year. It's
Yep.
going to be nothing new."
She has.
But
And
if
triple
I can ask you a
teams.
question while we wait for anybody else,
Yeah.
offensively, as I told the girls, the school that's hosting here has been known for its big three, but you have a big three that's the highest scoring big three.
Yeah.
Have you, as the coach, talked to the other players about the importance of stepping up? That
Yes.
it's tough to ride 3 players to a
Yeah,
championship.
yeah.
So have you talked to them about that, and how have you seen them respond?
Yeah, and that was going into the season. We felt like we got deeper from our team last year, and we added some pieces and some pieces around that big three that are really capable. And we've had different players step up throughout the season. They understand that we need. It's not just about those three. If we want to score at the rate that we score in the 90s and be the leading. The team that scores the most points in the country, it can't just be 3 players. So we've had players like Sydney Bowles, Carla Villegas, Amaya Bonner, Malaya Williams. They've all stepped up at different times, scoring-wise, and do a great job of complementing those 3 top scorers.
Anybody else in person need it? If nobody else, Coach, I'll end with this question for you. 12th straight NCAA tournament, which is 7th longest active streak in the country. Can you talk about what that has meant in terms of building the consistency and the expectations of your program to get here? Because we know it's a great journey. It's not easy. It's not always easy to get here, but you've done a very nice job. Of what has that meant to you in terms of what you've built for the program?
Yeah, well, it was built by Coach Sue Semrau. That's who laid that foundation of that streak, and I played for her. I coached with her, and she's the one that built that foundation of success at Florida State. And so when I was given this opportunity to take over the reins, it was. The big task was to not mess that up, basically, and to keep that going. So I learned everything from her about what it takes, to get to this place, to get to this tournament, and what it means. And it isn't easy, but I'm just so proud that we've been able to extend that legacy, and we're going to continue to do it.
So what's the journey been like personally, from learning so much
Amazing.
and being given the reins?
Yeah.
What's the ride been like?
It's been a pure just a dream to be playing at my alma mater, to be playing at to be coaching at my alma mater, to have played here, to coach here, to be a part of the journey of young women that made that same choice that I did, to play at Florida State, and to understand how special this place is, and how special this women's basketball program is. It's an unbelievable opportunity. It's hard. It's not easy, but that's what makes it so enjoyable as well.
One more question. There you go.
Have you had the chance to speak with George Mason coach Vanessa Blair-Lewis yet? And what's your impression of their team entering tomorrow?
I haven't. She's a friend of mine. We've known each other for a while, and I have so much respect for her as a person, and as a mom, and as a coach, and she's done a fantastic job. I haven't spoken to her, but I'm looking forward to seeing her at the game, before we tip off. And no, I love what she's done. She's built a really solid basketball team and program, and she's done that everywhere she's been. So I'm excited to see her compete against her, and it'll be a great game.
So speaking on your relationship with her,
Yeah.
how did you guys meet and how did you guys become friends?
We met through an organization that I am a part of, and actually was a co-founder of, called Moms in Coaching. We had kids around the same time, and so we were kind of just first starting out on that journey together of being moms in this business. And so it's a great way to bond. I've met so many wonderful women through that organization, and so we've just kept in touch over the years. We see each other on the road. We've coached against each other a few times. And so, yeah, it's been really fun to watch her progress and her journey as well.
Well, you're not getting away without. You can't drop that nugget and think you're going to walk away.
Okay.
So does Moms in Coaching, is that something?
Yes.
Do you all meet in the off season? Is it something that supports one
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
throughout the season? And
Yeah.
how many coaching members do you have? in the
Yeah,
organization?
well, we have a lot. Thanks for asking. I love talking about Moms in Coaching. So Moms in Coaching was an organization that we started. Really, we meet every year at the Final Four. We are busy people, so I wish we could meet more. I wish we could do more with it, but we get together every year at the Final Four, and it's women in the room that are moms, or even women that may want to be a mom someday, and are in the coaching profession, just to talk about what it means to be a mom in this business. And coaching is a very demanding job, and being a mom is also very demanding. So how those two marry, and how those things work together, it's an amazing thing to be a mom and a coach. But to gather in a room with women, and we've had up to 80 women in the room. I mean, there are so many mothers that do this, and you just don't know necessarily. I mean, even when we see each other, when we coach against each other, you don't see the kids there necessarily. You don't know. When we're out recruiting, you don't know until you really sit down and talk, and you realize, wow, there are a lot of women out there doing this. I can do it. During those hard moments, that's been the best thing about it is to know, Vanessa, she's going through the same thing as me, and I see her out there flourishing. I'm like, if she can do it, I can do it. And that's really the best part about gathering together and understanding how many of us are out there.
Did you have a question, Scott? See, you opened up a whole new
I know,
avenue
I
now.
love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
You remind me of covering the Sweet 16 in 1997. Well, she was there. Charlie Turner Thorne was there, and she was pregnant. People,
Yeah.
how can she be coaching? She's pregnant.
Right.
Times have changed.
Yeah.
But from a time to a player to now as a coach, how do you feel? Women's basketball in the tournament's grown. It seemed to have seen a lot of exponential growth
Yeah.
in recent years. But it was only a couple of years ago where y'all could start using the term March Madness
Right.
with your tournament. So how do you feel it's grown, and how do you feel? Where do you think it needs to go?
Man, I'm so proud of how it's grown. The product that we have is also gotten better, but it's always been good. And women's basketball, if you stop and pay attention, you see how great of a game it is and how amazing the players that have played for so many years are. But the attention that it's getting, I think, can only grow. And it's the storytelling. It is, you mentioned Charlie, but a few years ago at the Final Four in the bubble, Adia Barnes also gained national attention. She was a mom and was tending to her baby at halftime of the national championship game. And these are the stories that just like we tell the stories about these amazing players and how they got here and who they are. There's so many amazing coaches out there doing that same thing and battling to make this game as great as it can be. And so I'm so happy to just be a part of this moment, just this exponential rise in attention and eyeballs on the game, and just really just love having played in it and coaching it and seeing our young women be recognized for all the hard work and seeing our coaches being recognized for what they do and how they build up the lives of young women and inspire young women and boys to do great things. Just so happy and proud to be a part of this moment. And I know it can continue and it will only continue to grow as the years go on.
Time for one more if there's any more. Thanks for sharing the story about the moms.
you.
Next to talking about being the highest scoring team, boy, your energy went up when we talked about moms and coaching. So
They're both fun
congratulations.
things.
Once
Thank
again,
you.
Florida State will face George Mason, 6:45 Central tomorrow night here at the Maravich Assembly Center. Brooke, thanks so much and
Thank
good
you.
luck.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. We'll be back
Thank you.
a little later on with LSU here. Until then, have a good morning, everybody.